At this point, I can lay my hoop on my fabric. And yes, just like you have problems, I too made a little hole in the balance section. So when I trim my quilt, it'll be where binding will go, and it will be cut off anyway and stitched over and covered. But I realized if it's going to go off the edge, and then of course I wasn't paying attention because hubby came in and I said, "Hi, hubby." Yeah, went off. I actually use paper, first aid tape, if I need a quick fix to cover something. And I also, up here, which I'm going to do down here as well, I took a Elmer's glue stick. So you don't have these edges turning up while you're working. Elmer glued it. I either do the batting, which is not primarily my best choice. And I just rub that on so my fabric stays flat on the edge, and I don't have to worry about it lifting when the needle, the presser foot for quilting, goes over the area. Now for hooping, with the idea of placement, I can put my hoop on. I can say, well, with this hoop on and this design, I should stitch approximately here. You can see on the side, I will go off a little. When I had my long arm, I learned I stitched my motifs right off the edge, just like I'm going to do here. I will then look at the placement and say, where do I want this design to end? Do I want to go here? No. The black line are the current new stitching lines. I want to, even though they're not easy to see in all parts, I'm standing much closer and can see I want to go below previous stitching line, but close. So I would say it's going to place there, there. And I try to use, on this quilt it's easy because there's lines and rectangles and corners to line it up, but there won't always be. So then I go, that looks like where I want it to start, to slightly overlap on the right side to give a full quilting technique in my binding area. Make sure it's not overlapping stitches here. Now I'm going to go and make a registry mark of exactly, since this is a magnetic hoop, as soon as I get these two pieces anywhere near each other, it's going to shift the hoop. I'm going to make what I call a registry mark. I'm going to make a registry mark of where I want this green part of the hoop to clip on when I'm ready to stitch. So I'm going to do this. This is a bowhen chalk marker, one of my favorite tools. You can put, it comes with a lot of extra chalk and it easily opens, so you can replace the chalk. So I mean the registry marks, specifically top and bottom. in this case, which means I'm just dragging the bowline across, of course, on this particular design. The line is somewhat of a registry mark for me. I removed the top hoop, and now I'm going to insert the bottom hoop and line it up with the registry marks. So then I will feel the edge of the metal hoop underneath, and I will go to the lower registry mark and go, yeah, about there, crease it. Not going to worry about the sides right now, but before I finish, I will have taken care of that. As you see, I hand basted this whole quilt with basting long stitches because it was fun to do. And I will, once I get it in the hoop, I will go here and clip the basting stitches. Now it's hooped and it doesn't need my basting stitches, and I'll just pull them out. Now you see what I'll do is I put my hand underneath and make sure that this upper hoop is in line with the lower hoop by just putting my fingers under and making sure they are lined up. I'm a little left of the registry line here, which, if you'll remember, is this line. So I'm going to put this down and fix that. Okay, I've shifted it slightly to the right. Now I'm going to take my, minus my little glue stick that got stuck. I'm going to take my register sheet, which I described to you, and I'm going to place it inside here. It's not perfect, but I can trim it again. And I'm going to say, is that where I want my new thing to stitch here? It's a little more of a difference than I want it to be, so I'll shift it up while I'm not holding my hoop. It's also not far enough to the right, as you see, because I want these registry marks to be over here, so I will shift.